offense seemed better today.
Yeah. Well, we avoided a lot of negative plays. Last week we had 16 sacks, 16 negative plays. We had 5 drops. We had 4 penalties. We threw 2 picks and lost 3 fumbles. So we threw some picks today, but we fumbled a couple times. But overall, we played much better on offense, and that's a tribute to our offensive staff just grinding away. It also shows you the relative youth that we have at quarterback and experience. These guys were not as nervous today as they were last Saturday.
Why were they better today?
Well, I just think added reps. They looked at the video from last week and said, if I play like that, I'm probably not going to play here. And I thought both guys played a lot. It really helped us offensively to move Trey Pilstern out of slot, and he'll stay there and be the 3rd quarterback in our organization. So some personnel changes that helped us a little bit also.
Overall, what's the main information that you collect from today's scrimmage?
We are a bunch of China dolls at tight end. We can't practice with more than one freaking tight end a day. I don't know what the deal is, but we got to get rid of the China doll syndrome we have now at tight end.
What do you think of the pace?
The pace was okay. A little too slow for me, but that's okay. We went fast enough. We got tired. I mean, I think you saw us get real tired. Our conditioning is not a big deal in spring ball, but it's the pace I like, and we could go a little bit faster.
New punter. I know he's you got a new punter going. What do you think of him?
Well, he did okay today. Of course, there was no punt return team out there, and nobody's breathing down his throat. So anybody can hit the ball in the driving range.
Why Pilster into the slot? I mean, I know he's
a good player, and he's athletic enough. We have a transfer quarterback coming in the fall, and I think it's pretty clear that Tanner Guller is a guy that there's just not enough reps to prepare 3-4 guys essentially in the fall at quarterback. Plus, he has earned a full scholarship here after being a walk-on. He's a good guy that's on the field in a lot of ways because he's a very dynamic player. Plus, he still needs to keep his quarterback repertoire in his back pocket. So a very valuable member of our football team right now, Trey Pilstern.
Is that what it's all about for these quarterbacks, these young quarterbacks right now, is getting the reps and getting the
Yes, because you can talk it, chalk it, walk it, but you can't play it until you have to play it 11 on 11.
Nice to have Josh Cook back. What do you think of the way he played? I mean, sometimes he looks a little.
Josh Cook is a very outstanding player, and he is the big shadow on our team as far as a leader. But he refuses to run naked right, and so I'm mad at him. We take half our offense out because Terrence Carey can't get Josh Cook to run naked right. That's all on Terrence. It's all Terrence's fault.
Coach, any other thoughts on defensively? Obviously,
we're missing. Batman was missing Robin, Lois is missing Lane, and Clark was missing Kent without Tyson Manu out there. And I think we're okay in our depth, but Tyson Manu casts a big shadow on our defense. But Kurt Carstetter has been a force all spring, and he finally got going at the end. And we did a pretty good job of neutralizing Tyler Cooter, and that should not happen. So a couple of our best guys on defense did not play as well as they're capable of today, and I'm sure we'll whipsaw them, and they'll play very well next Saturday.
Who were the individuals that most impressed you today?
Well, obviously Hayden Stout at Mike linebacker is more than an adequate replacement for the great Mitch Beckstead. I like the play we're getting at corner. Tavante Jackson is a backup corner. Made some nice plays. Those starting corners were not too bad. So not bad defensively, not great though. Too many long plays, too many huge monster long plays for me to be satisfied with anybody on defense.
What do you think of the aggressiveness? I know that was something that after last scrimmage you wanted to get more aggressive, after the quarterback more.
You went from being a sorority pillow fight to being a Boy Scout pillow fight. And I'm not being sexist. I'm just saying we're not whacking the way we need to whack to be able to play on both sides of the ball. We're not whacking enough yet. So, and it's just the nature of spring and the youth in certain areas. We need to hit harder, faster. We need to sting harder. We didn't. I mean, I wasn't intimidated by anything that happened out there today, except for maybe a crack block by CJ. And when you hit a guy when he's not looking, that's not fair. So,
Anything else?
What do you think of the line play in general on both sides?
Our offensive line is awesome, outstanding. Our 2 offensive line is galloping forward. Our defensive front's missing a couple of recruits, and they'll get them in time, and it will be a lot better. But right now, our first offensive line is as good as there is in this conference, and a lot of teams are saying that right now. So the proof will be in our record at the end of the year.